Okay, students, so if you made it to the group work part, that means you're right on track. So for part 3, primary sources, group work, you're going to have 3 primary sources you're going to look at from the time period you've been studying. Your directions say, for this assignment, you should be sharing out ideas and answers. Your points for this section will be based on interactions and discussion with your group. When you share out, you should clarify what question you are addressing. So don't just share out a random answer. Say, this is for question 2. Or this is for question 4, or you can say this is the second question from the Frederick Douglass quote. And then you can also explain why you got to that place. So why that quote, or why was that what you decided to write? So I'm expecting conversation, discussion. Of course, when I say conversation, I'm saying I'm expecting at the very least for you guys to be typing. You don't necessarily have to unmute yourself, but you do need to be typing. And working together. This is not an independent solo thing. I want you guys to do some group work. So if you see someone that is clearly not understanding the questions, you can help to clarify. And I gave you guys a bunch of sample discussion questions. So let's say somebody posted a quote, and you're like, I wonder what they, why they chose that. You could say something like, what did you mean by, and then you can share your answer, or share your thoughts on that. So there's a bunch of different ones here. If you're not understanding parts of the quote, you can let your group members know. Like, it would be like, I don't really understand what he means when he says, boom, 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 boom. Like, why is this included in the quote? So make sure you guys are clarifying. One of the important things I really would love you guys to do is answer this question together. What is the main idea the author wants us to know? So more so just kind of looking at the quote, identifying what is the message the author is trying to get across. So your points are going to be earned by sharing out at least 3 of the 6 answers and by participating in the discussion of the answers. So using some of these questions, I want to see some interaction. That's worth 10 points. So you have 3 quotes, one from William Lloyd Garrison, and both of these questions, how does Garrison describe enslaved people, and what specific actions does he encourage them to take? Both these can be answered quoting directly from the text. So you should share out some of these answers, make sure everyone is understanding the questions correctly. The next 2 are a little bit more difficult. You'll have to do some inferences, so this will be great because you'll have other ideas and minds to work with in your groups. So make sure you guys are reading this context for Sojourner Truth, because that will help you guys in understanding these 2 questions. And then the last one is about Frederick Douglass. And again, going to be inference questions. Make sure you guys are carefully reading the questions, carefully reading the quotes, clarifying anything you need. And then if you guys have questions, make sure you're first asking your group, but then of course you can ask me, and I can jump in and explain to you guys if you're struggling.